So as far as the Patriot movement, and that's what LWN is, we are part of many patriots out there searching for the truth and delivering the news like it should be delivered. All right, welcome back, America. Welcome back to LWN tonight. Listen, it's been a rough 3 or 4 days. Last Thursday, we didn't have a show because I had something that came up that I had to go handle, and then turn around and had to handle it again on Monday night last night. So I had a couple of meetings last night as well. So. No show Thursday, no show Monday. I know a lot of people were asking around what happened to us, where'd we go? Of course, we got taken down off of Channel 5. We're now streaming on Channel 6 and LWN Reloaded over on YouTube. We're on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook. We're also over on, did I mention Rumble? All right. Well, thanks for hitting those Rumble likes. The likes on Rumble are starting to go up, so thank you guys for that. It's really helping drive Rumble over there, so I appreciate that. Of course, all the likes on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, all the platforms that we're streaming across. Appreciate that. So there's no agenda for tonight. I just thought I'd hop on here with you guys, see what's in the news, talk to the chat. Hey, Amber May. I see Amber May there in the chat. It's good to see you this evening. I don't know how much is really going on. It seems like there's a ton going on, and then it seems like there's nothing going on. It's kind of up and down, up and down. Really, I'm just kind of focused right now on some personal stuff that I have to get taken care of. So I've kind of been out of the news a little bit, trying to get resumes done and all kinds of stuff for work. And it's a lot of work, to be honest with you. It's been a while. So staying on top of the house and taking care of Noah. I did take him fishing on Sunday. That was a lot of fun to get out in the woods, get down to the river, and get out of the house for a while. I know we've all been kind of stuck in here because of winter, so it's nice to get out as often as we possibly can. Well, one of the articles that popped up this evening that I found strange and interesting is Fox News settles with Dominion for $787 million, admits to telling lies. Now, why is this important to me? It's important to me because if Fox is going to settle a lawsuit, then I feel like there's going to be other people included in that. And you know, Mike Lindell would be one of them as well. I know that they've sued many people, including Mike Lindell and Fox News. So this is the beginning of what I did not tell you. But Fox News Dominion reached a $787 million settlement in defamation lawsuit. This is also important to me to talk about because, of course, November of 2024 is really just around the corner. We talked last week about some of the names that are starting to kind of circulate, people that are putting their name in the hat for the 2024 election cycle, Republican and Democrat. I still haven't been able to verify if Gavin Newsom has actually been saying that. Like I said, I've been taking care of so many personal things. I really haven't had a to really research that. There was speculation that Gavin Newsom was going to throw his name in the hat for the Democrat Party. Now, is it Tom Scott? Tim Scott? I think it's Tom Scott out of South Carolina. Now, he threw his name in the hat. And it's important because we know that these machines play a part. Now, what part that is, we all have our own speculation, our own opinions on that. And I know that people get pretty upset about the fact that these machines are still around. And so this is something to keep our eye on, right? We talk about distractions. We talk about the things that are out there. They're always trying to grab our attention, look over here while they're doing this. Well, this happens to be one of those things that I think that we should pay attention to. So Fox News has agreed to pay Dominion Voting Systems a $787 million settlement, avoiding a trial in a $1.6 billion defamation case. The electronic so the case actually is a $1.6 billion defamation case that the electronic voting company brought against the cable news company. Dominion brought a $1.6 billion lawsuit against Fox News, the parent company of Fox Corporation, in March of 2021 for defamation, accusing the news outlet of harming its reputation by airing former President Donald Trump and his attorney's claims that Dominion voting machines were used in that fateful 2020. I got to be careful. I'm already dancing. I'm already dancing on the realm of them taking me down just by talking about the news. I mean, I'm not even giving an opinion on this. To be clear, I'm not. I have my own opinion. I'm going to keep quiet about it. I'm just reading the news for what it is. This is news. So again, where is this going to lead? Man, I don't know. I really think that Mike Lindell could be in some serious trouble right now. Fox News has argued that Trump and his attorney's claims were newsworthy and protected by the First Amendment right of freedom of press. However, Dominion accused Fox News and its executives of airing such claims to save their failing ratings after 2020. Freedom of speech. Is there such a thing anymore? I mean, we can't even talk about this without talking in code, talking in circles, censoring myself, talking about this stuff. Let's read a little further. Let's see what else is in there, and then I'm going to jump into chat. I'll get your guys' opinion, whatever you want to call it. The parties settled on the first day of the trial, which was scheduled to start Tuesday, after a 24-hour delay. After Delaware Supreme Court Judge Eric Davis sworn in the 12 jurors and alternates on Tuesday morning, the court proceedings were delayed for nearly 2.5 hours as attorneys from both sides engaged in last-minute negotiations. The trial was set to start at 1:30 p.m., but Davis took the bench shortly before 4 p.m. and announced the parties had settled. The case has been resolved, and it's been resolved because of you, Davis told the jurors. Your presence here was extremely important, and without you, the parties would not have been able to resolve their situation, Davis added. Tuesday's settlement avoids what was expected to be a 6-week trial, which means Fox News executives and hosts like Rupert Murdoch, Sean Hannity, Tucker Carlson, and other potential witnesses would not have to testify before the jury about the network's coverage of the 2020 e-cycle. Trial would have featured more than 12,000 exhibits, as Dominion and Fox attorneys reported indicated there would be more than 7,000, over 5,000 exhibits, respectively. Last week, Davis sanctioned Fox News, said its outlet had a credibility problem and criticized the attorneys for not being straightforward with the court after revealing that Fox News had held evidence from Dominion and may have made misrepresentations to the court. So Sean Hannity was in trouble. Tucker Carlson was in trouble. Um, this is a big deal to me. This is something that I think people should stand and pay attention to. Again, who's next on the chopping block? I'd have to say that Mike Lindell would have to be very concerned about this right here. Just my own opinion, because he has done the same. There's other people out there like Carrie Lake, even myself. A lot of people have been out there saying, this stuff happened. Um, I don't know. I'm gonna jump into chat. I'm gonna see what you guys have to say about this tonight. Not really what I wanted to start off with, but it popped up. It was the first thing out there. I thought it was pretty interesting. So, what are your guys' thoughts on this news article? What do you guys think about Fox News? I know there's not a lot of friends of Fox anymore. A lot of us checked out a long time ago. I know there's a lot of fans of Tucker. So let's jump into chat, see what you guys have to say. Doesn't like fair ease will ever be an opinion. Tucker is a great guy, but Fox News sucks outside of him and Jesse Waters. I think all these lawsuits against MSM is setting precedents for the other bigger lawsuits. I don't know. This one, it doesn't look like Fox is won. They conceded. They gave up. So there had to have been something there in the evidence that would have, in my opinion, not a lawyer, not an expert on any of this stuff, but $1.6 billion. They settled for about 40% of that, and there had to have been something there in that case that would have, in my opinion, shown that they put out misinformation or disinformation purposely, and they would have got caught. So again, we talk about the law. We talk about if you're found guilty, then you're guilty. And if you've tried to appeal it and they still find you guilty, then you're guilty. So, is this a guilty verdict for them to settle outside of court? Some people will say no, it's not, but really, I think it is you saying something to the fact that you are guilty of something. What I don't know what it is, but don't watch Fox News. Agree, Michelle. I dropped Fox November 4th, 2020. There was because they called the E on November 3rd, and it was F information. I gotta be careful. There is no freedom of speech anymore. I don't watch MSNM. Murdoch will get a kickback from the lawsuit too. Yeah, I don't know. Hannity causes problems. I'm not a big fan of Hannity anymore. He used to be somebody I looked up to. I looked up to him for 20 plus years. But anymore, I think he just really covers his own ass. My opinion. I don't watch Hannity anymore. I used to watch Hannity almost every night. I used to listen to Hannity on radio every day at work on my way home, and I'm not a big fan of Hannity anymore. Now, Tucker Carlson, I know there's a lot of fans of Tucker. I think Tucker's really put his ass on the line, to be honest with you. Tucker's put his neck out there, but how much further is Tucker going to put his neck out there? And after this lawsuit, how much are they going to allow Tucker to put his neck out there, right? Oh, of course, some of the comments here. I cannot thank the election officials that we serve enough. Without them, there is no democracy. There's comments in this article that would fire you guys up pretty good. And here's my frustration. I'm gonna step on some toes. I'm gonna say something that's really going to probably emotionally trigger a few people listening tonight. And don't let it do it to you. Just think logically here, right? For just a minute. We were told we have it all. Well, where the hell is it? You know, and I know a lot of you guys are going to get upset with that comment that I made, but it's true. We have it all. Well, where the hell is it? Um, I went to the Mike Lindell event. I've seen a lot of that stuff. I don't I don't necessarily think that that's proof. Um, and if it was proof, then why aren't the courts picking it up? Why aren't the courts picking it up? Why isn't somebody doing something about it? Why isn't law enforcement coming in and doing something about it? Why isn't the military coming in and doing something about it? Um, all in due time. Well, we're running out of time. That's the problem. We're running out of time. We are T minus, let's see, April, May, June, July, August, September. I got to do some math here. We are, what, about 19, 20 months away from November of 2024. We're running out of time. Like, time is against all of this stuff right now. Time is their worst enemy. The more time that goes by and nothing happens, doesn't look good. Because we're being lied to. Um, I can see how people would feel that way. I really do. I believe they are working behind the scenes. We just don't know it yet. Well, that's a possibility. I won't deny that that's not a possibility. Problem is like I said, time's their worst enemy, right? How far does this country and its people have to fall before they show it all and do something? I don't know. That's a great comment, Adorable. I don't know. I don't know how far. I don't know how far it has to go. Um, there's a possibility. I know nobody wants to hear this, but there is a possibility that nothing happens and we get to November of 2024 and we're in the middle of another um, debacle. I mean, I mean, what happened in 2020, and then you fast forward to 2022. Here we are in 2023. Were there enough changes in 2022? I know there were some changes, and I know that's fact because I reported on it, and there was a lot going on. But I don't know if it was enough in 2022. So will it be enough in 2024? I don't know. Um, I know that there are people out there fighting each and every day on this, and that gives me hope. That gives me hope that there are people trying to make change in this country. But it just doesn't seem like things are going in a certain direction that we were hoping, because this lawsuit alone, like I said, once Fox folds like this, then they're coming after Mike Lindell with all guns blazing. And I can tell you this, Mike Lindell, I feel, and this is only speculation on my part. I feel like Mike Lindell could have put himself in a position financially that it's hurting real bad. I think one of the numbers I heard is he spent like $40 million on all the stuff that he's been working on in the last 2 years, and God bless him. You know, the guy's a fighter. He's a true patriot. He has put his ass on the line. I support that part of it. The problem is financially, I think he's sinking and he's sinking fast, and that can be a problem for Mike Lindell. If he runs out of money, how's he going to defend himself? So, hey, this isn't a pitch to go buy my pillow. Yes, I support my pillow. You can use promo code LWN if you feel like helping Mike Lindell out right now. But I think he's in a bad way. I really do. And this right here just kind of wakes me up to that fact. Let me jump back into chat. Did you see the video by Ann Vanderstill? No, I haven't seen any videos. Like I said, I've been too busy taking care of a lot of personal stuff. The border is being invaded. Yeah, that's happening every day. People need to stop saying that this is a movie because it's not a movie. We're trying to recall the board of supervisors. That's Amber May, and she's working on that stuff there in Arizona. So they're trying to recall the board of supervisors in Maricopa County. Now, that's a big deal. That is progress if they can get that done, and that is boots on the ground, things getting done. The border is way worse than anybody knows or is reporting. I would agree with that statement. Cities are exploding with looting and lawlessness, crime all over the U.S. Now, I don't know if I've seen much of that, Cynthia, and I'm not saying that you haven't seen it. Like I said, for the last week, I've just completely been out of the news and not really, I'm not really paying attention to the news. I've just had to get so much stuff done. Something has to trigger the U.S. citizens. What will it be? I don't have an answer for that. I really don't. I think, listen, I went from a town, I just moved roughly, 4 or 5 weeks ago. I just went from a town of about 800 people down to a city of, if I had to guess how many people lived around here, I'm going to say somewhere between 50 and 100,000 people. I'm telling you, I drive around town. I go to stores. I go down to the river on the weekend. I go to the gas station. I go to the mall. I go to restaurants. I go to the bank. I go to the laundromat. And people here are living their lives. They're going to work every day. They're spending their money on the weekends. They're depositing their checks in the bank. And I'm just telling you, people around here seem to be not affected by any of this stuff. They're just living their lives. So when you say, what is it going to take to trigger U.S. citizens? I don't have an answer for you because there's nothing triggering them here. Nothing. Christopher, I agree. Real life is no movie. DJT won't let Mike Lindell sink. Now, Michelle, I don't know about that. I really don't. And I'm just being honest with you. Will DJT stand up for Mike Lindell? I think he would stand up for him, but would he let him sink? Well, financially, if he's in a lawsuit and he loses that lawsuit, I don't know how DJT could possibly keep him from either losing the lawsuit or losing millions of dollars. I don't know. And I don't know what the lawsuit is against Mike Lindell. I heard it was some crazy number. It might have been more than Fox News. And if they're 1.6 billion, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I thought I heard some crazy number like $3 billion. Mike Lindell does not have that kind of money. I'm telling you right now. He can sell every pillow that he has in his factory and he would never get $3 billion. My pillow products are great. He just hired 100 people. That's awesome. And I think if he hired 100 people, that puts him somewhere around 2,600 to 3,000 people that he employs there in Minnesota. And they do have great products. Heck, I even got used to the My Pillow. I was forced. That was the only pillow I had left in the house. I had to use it, and it actually is a good pillow. I was shocked, surprised. Mike Lindell is a true hero. I believe that he is a true patriot. Mike Lindell believes in what he's doing, and he is all in. And I support him for that. I do. I watch you, Mike. I'm so tired of nothing being done. I stopped watching videos for information. If anybody wants to help, reach out to me. So Amber May, if anybody is listening there in Arizona and wants to help Amber May and them guys there in Arizona, you can reach out to her. She's got a website, theambermayshow.com, I believe it is. We're not victims, but where do we go from here? Military question mark. Mimi, that's a great question. I know that I was doing a lot of pre-records. I was putting out a lot of information. I was trying to really educate the audience on where we do go from here and how can you plug back in and make a difference. People kind of got tired of seeing that stuff. It's It's the same song and dance. It's the same information. You really just, it's really a choice that you have to make. And I'm not seeing too many people around here making that choice, to be honest with you. The beginning of that video is Ann Vandersteel video. I'll check it out. Appreciate you sharing it. Google admitted that their AI lies. Um, boy, that isn't that the truth? Why isn't Google, Facebook, YouTube, why are they not having to go through lawsuits for censorship, right? They censored Hunter's laptop. They've censored stuff about the sickness, the old whooping cough, flu, whatever you want to call it. They lied about the old diapers over your face. They've lied about the other stuff that goes in one of these. They've censored many of us over the last 2 years. So why are they not in the middle of a lawsuit? Why are they not having to pay me some money and pay everybody else money that they have totally destroyed our platforms by censorship? There is a plan. They don't know how their AIs got the ability to lie. Oh, imagine that. I don't know how the AI got ability to lie. Amber May says I can't live without my pillow. When I sleep now, that I use it. I have my pillow products all over my house. He has some amazing products. He does. I love the slippers. I love the pillow. I love the bed sheets. I probably won't sleep on anything else. Again, I didn't come on tonight to to try to sell anything to you guys. But I'm glad that you guys have his products. I think it's money well spent. I really do, and it helps Mike Lindell. It helps me too. It's a very important video. I'll check that out. Another repeat of 2020. I'm done. We are the plan. I cannot live out without mine either. Wait until we hear what Hunter got on Daddy's trip just now. Yeah, I think there was something going on about that too. They were talking about what's Hunter going to bring home now after all this stuff. And who knows? I mean, think of the billions of dollars that they got with the first go around when he's vice president, and think about what he'll get now for sure. Remember, Hunter Biden's laptop was just a conspiracy theory. Remember that? His slippers are awesome. Blessings from Washington State. Hello, Deborah. Good to see you there. Just have to say, love the slippers. Things are happening. Look at the Bud Light. Look at the Bud Light. You're going to have to give me a little bit more detail than that, Randy, if you're referring to the what was it? The transgender that was pushing Bud Light. I think Bud Light ended up losing. What did I hear? It was something like, was it 40? Was it 40 million or 70 million dollars or something from pushing that out there? I think Bud Light's lost a lot of money because of that, and that's a big deal. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of beer drinking right there, to lose that kind of money because you push a stupid agenda. For those of you who enjoy drinking Bud Light, I'm sure a lot of people probably switched over to the Silver Bullet. We'll see how long that lasts before the next idiot decides they're going to go out there and fill the airwaves and the TV waves with their woke agenda. It's just crazy. This stuff is so freaking crazy. I can't even believe I'm living in times like this. I cannot believe I'm living in times where a man can call himself a woman and participate in collegiate athletics. I cannot believe I live in a time where a man can claim to be a woman and go into a women's bathroom. It's sickening. It's absolutely $6 billion. So they lost $6 billion. It was $6 billion and they had lost. Wow, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. 365 days of womanhood. That makes him 1 year old man. Don't you have to be 21 to drink? They did a big opsy and are trying to make up for it. Oh, oopsie. I think they supposed to be a big oopsie. Gotcha. All right, here's now here's something else that kind of popped out at me tonight. I know I probably fired some people up. That's all right. I'm just talking, just conversation. Um, Everybody's welcome to have whatever opinion you choose to have or believe whatever you want to believe. I'm just putting out information. So here's something that just doesn't make sense to me. Spurned by Biden, Israel asks China to help contain Iran threat. Did you hear what I just said? Do you know? Do you know how big of an ally Israel is to America? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'll look at chat, but isn't Israel like our, if they're not our number one, aren't they our number two ally? Maybe only number two to the UK. Am I mistaken on that? Um, I know Israel's like top two or three allies of the United States. But now Israel is asking China to help contain the Iran threat. Why are they not asking America? Why is this current administration leaving Israel out to dry? Let's read a little bit further. The prime minister asked China to influence Iran to cease developing its illegal nuclear weapons program, inviting Beijing to play a bigger role in the Middle East as relations with the United States under leftist President Joe Biden have deteriorated. That's big news right there. That is big news to me. That's big news to me. That's something um, worth paying attention to. Why are they reaching out to China? You know, the Belt Road Initiative, we talk about that too. Israel, I believe, is leaning that direction to signing up for BRICS nations. Israel is supposed to be our number one, but with Obama in the basement. I don't think that we have any allies left, Mike. They're all done with us. Gerald Cummings. Thank you guys for the comment. Hey, listen, I'm not trying to be a downer tonight. I'm just reading the news, and sometimes the news is definitely a downer. Um, I just thought this stuff was interesting. Like I said, I haven't been in the news for a while, and so I pop into the news, and here we have Israel going to China, and we have Dominion winning a law case against Fox News. That's newsworthy in my opinion. But Gerald says, I don't think we have any allies left, Mike. They're all done with us. You know, the current clown in the White House, I do not believe he's legitimate, for one. Two, I don't believe he's running anything. I believe there's somebody behind the scenes, whether it's Obama or who knows? Who knows who's behind that big red curtain, right? The fact of the matter is, this guy isn't making any decisions. Somebody else is making those decisions for him. They are on a path to destroy America, and fast-paced path. For them to lose an ally like Israel, don't forget, we just talked last week about Egypt. Egypt is another one of our big allies, and they're going to BRICS nations as well. Um, it's concerning for me personally. I mean, maybe some people don't care. Maybe some people just don't care about what's going on. I still care. What can I do about it? well, put out the information, encourage people, educate, motivate, do the best I can in my local area, pray a lot, give it over to God, get out of God's way and let Him, do His thing. Inside Military Contact says medic class being taught are 3 to 4 times larger. May take on this is thousands of med beds coming out, need teams to run them 24/7. Um, that would be great news. That would be great news, and I don't want to take hope away from any of you guys that are hoping on that stuff. For me personally, until I actually see it, um, to me it's still Star Trek stuff. I don't know if the technology's there or not. I've never seen it to be able to prove it. But I hope it does come out. I hope it is real technology. I hope that I know that there's lots of you listening tonight that could use something like that, and that would be amazing. That would be something to celebrate. That would be something to report on. I would be glad to be right there. If they roll something like that out, I'd be glad to grab my camera and go report on it. But until that day actually happens, I'm going to stay here where I'm at and keep taking my vitamins, keep eating my spinach. You are the news, Mike. Well, thank you, Lori Comfrey. I appreciate that. Nothing good in the news these days. The world is a time bomb. I don't disagree with that statement. Killary said T-Man won't win in 2024. Well, I can tell you that she's on a mission. A lot of people, including myself, thought that maybe after the last debacle that she would step down, step away, but it seems like she's ramping up for 2024. What capacity she's going to play in 2024, I don't really know. Again, I don't even know if it's the real Hillary. I think she's been executed at least 24 times that I'm aware of. I mean, I've been at least told that at 24 times. So I don't know if it's the real Hillary, the fake Hillary, the CGI Hillary, the clone Hillary, the actor Hillary, but she's going to play a part in 2024. I can guarantee you that. So whichever Hillary we get, count on her being around. Only 13% of the colonies got involved in the in the Revolutionary War. That is true, and it doesn't take that many people. We reported on the stuff. Was it me and you, Amber May? I think it was the last show that Amber May and I did. We talked about what was going on in. It was after the shooting, and I believe it was going on in South Carolina or West Virginia, somewhere over there, where 100 people got together to push the whole transgender. What was it called? Buy arms, buy weapons for transgenders. I don't know, something to do with training transgenders to protect themselves, because if you guys didn't know this, there is a genocide going on in America when it comes to transgenders. They are being targeted by the millions and just totally wiped off the planet here in America. And so they need people to support them, to sponsor them, to give them money so they can go out and arm themselves. I believe that was the last show that Amber May and I did. My point to that is it only took 100 people, and they went in and they started changing legislation. So when we talk about making real change, it really doesn't take millions and millions of people to do that. I think that's part of Amber May's comment, is there was only 13% of the colonies that got involved in the Revolutionary War, and look at the change that they made. It doesn't take millions of people to go out there and make change. It could take, I've seen it as low as 6 people that make change. They will care if there is a near-death experience. That's me. I know that we were told that. I know that was a big thing. It's got to be a gut punch. It's got to be a near-death experience. The arrest that will shock the world, which Donald Trump did shock the world. I won't deny that. Will there be a near-death experience that's going to wake people up? I'm telling you, everybody here living life. I wouldn't say that they're asleep. I'm saying that they just They're not here. They're not here with us tonight. If I went and got in my truck and drove through town, every restaurant in town would be packed. And it's a Tuesday night. The mall would still be full. Gas stations still pumping gas. They're not here. They're out there living life. They're having dinner with their family right now. They're at sporting games with their kids. Um, they're not here. So how are we going to wake them up, Mimi? That's a great question. Well, here's something for you. The 19X no longer authorized to be used in the United States. Well, that's good news. Let me put that up on screen. I don't want to say that. Here's some good news. Here's some hope. Excuse me. To Michelle's point, and I got to get a hold of my dad and see where we're at on this, but I believe the state of Idaho was working on some legislation that would make any company, any employer trying to force people to take this stuff to make it against the law. That's what he told me, and he was following it pretty close. So there are small wins going on. There is progress. Is it going to be enough progress before 2024? I don't know. This thing could take a decade to really turn some things around when it comes to integrity for those November nights. I think you know what I'm talking about. Our government is our biggest threat. I don't disagree with that comment. That is what it's going to take to wake many people up. Let's see. What are some of the other comments here? I don't know if it's true, but I heard Ford was making med beds, not ventilators. So you must be referring to when the sickness all happened and when it hit our shores. President Trump enacted the Operation Warp Speed. There were some factories that did shut down and go into mass production of ventilators. So Gerald said that he was hearing that Ford was actually making med beds instead of ventilators. Again, I personally don't know if that's true. If that is true, great. I really hope they roll those things out. And like I said, for the people that need them the most, they get an opportunity to partake in that. Me personally, I think I'm pretty healthy. I don't seem to have any type of issues. So that's something that I don't need to stand in line for. But a lot of you probably could use that. "17 times." uh, you guys are great. So they can't give it anymore here in America. I don't know what you're referring to there, adorable. Let's see. What else do we have? Virginia. Thank you, Amber. I think I'm probably behind on chat here. I think I'm about 5 minutes behind on chat. Transgenders, look here, not there. They are not important. Let's see. She changes like potato in the body image, fat one day, thinner the next day. Who knows? You're referring to Killary. Here's something that I seen over the weekend. I'm just gonna throw this out there. You guys take it for what it's worth. There was a TikTok that popped up on my Facebook feed, and it was a picture of Joe Biden. And he was standing there talking to a group of people. It wasn't that many. There's just maybe 3 or 4 people. I don't know if you guys seen this either. So he reaches up and he kind of scratches the back side of his neck right behind his right ear. All I'm going to say, is it video proof? I don't know. Could it be manipulated, photoshopped? Sure. I don't know. But it definitely looked like there was some latex there. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not trying to spread any disinformation or spread false hope. All I'm saying is that particular video definitely looked funky to me. It looked funky. Okay. Was it a real video? I don't know. It looked funky. That's all I'm going to say. Money crash might wake people up. Yeah. That'd scare the hell out of a lot of people. That's for sure. Um, where do I live? I live in southeast Idaho. Um, that's right. That's why there will be a near death experience. I don't know what a near death experience is gonna be. I don't know what it would take to really wake people up. Honestly, um, I thought what happened November of 2020 would have been enough. That's me personally. I thought what we seen happen and unfold November of 2020 and on, and um, even before that, when we started seeing the stuff happening with the old whooping cough crap and the whole diapers on your face and all that, I thought that for sure would have like woke America up. Like, what the hell's going on? Um, this is not cool. I mean, there's so many things that run through my head when I'm thinking about that. It woke me the hell up. What happened on November 3rd of 2020 woke me the hell up, and then the whole sickness and the whole compliance and all that stuff really woke me up. And I know it woke a lot of you guys up as well. And I would have thought that that would have woke pretty much all of America up. Like, what the hell's going on with our government? But it didn't. A lot of people just capitulated. A lot of people just complied, consented, gave in, folded, threw the towel in. Well, I got to have a job, so I got to, got to follow orders. I don't know. Got out in the public, get out in the public and red pill them. I do. That's Patriots starfighter. Ann Vanner still said they cannot find half of Biden administration oath of office, making them illegitimate, including Kamala and I don't know who the other person is there, Phyllis B. Um, uh, I haven't heard Ann Vanner still say that stuff, so I don't know exactly what you're referring to there, Phyllis. It's definitely shady. So shady. This entire administration is a circus, clown show, dumpster fire, and very shady. Food prices, gas prices sky high and going higher. Yeah, the prices out there are through the ceiling. The sicknesses and causes of its original slowly coming out. Yeah, and you're right about that, Cynthia. There's a lot of stuff coming out about all that stuff. That's for sure. And I think a lot of the truth is coming out about the sickness. Um, John Estabrooks and I reported on it for well over a year. People like Ann Vanderstill reporting on it. Many people reporting on that stuff. And it's finally starting to come out after 2 years. Finally, the truth, in my opinion, is starting to come out, but it's not coming out fast enough. It's still not waking people up fast enough. I'm still hearing stupid commercials when I'm listening to Pandora. When I'm in the gym working out, I still hear these stupid commercials of people promoting that stuff. Go get your V. I do it for my family to save my family. It's all lies. So, of all places, why Ford? If true, Ford has always supported the wrong side. Think about it. So that's Patriot Girl referring to the ventilators slash med beds made at the Ford factory. That's just her comment. Make trans people get in the med beds. You know what? That comment deserves front row. Thank you for that, Beat Cats. Make trans people get in the med beds. Maybe that'll fix the problem, right? All right. I'm glad we can joke around about some of this stuff. We got to joke around about some of this stuff. I don't want to be so serious tonight that people just want to go step out in front of the first semi truck, bus, or train that's traveling down the road or moped. I want to joke around about some of this stuff. Some of it's serious, some of it not so serious. So you must have seen that same video, Gerald, referring to Biden scratching the back of his head. It looked like latex to me. Again, is it photoshopped? Is it real? I don't know. I'm just saying the video I saw, it definitely looked real funky, real funky. I saw that that is not normal skin. Exactly, it was not normal skin. Send it to you. It was on my Facebook feed. I didn't share it. I didn't reshare it. Who knows? I'm sure you can find it. It's out there. Um, it definitely looked like latex to me. That doesn't mean that I'm telling you guys that I think he's an actor or any of that crap. I'm just telling you that video it looked weird, and I've seen weird videos like that too. A parking garage has collapsed following an explosion in lower Manhattan, New York. Several people have been trapped and injured beneath the rubble. Is that happening right now? Is that breaking news live? Heard that there were 4 JBs. Well, here is a fact. All presidents, I believe, have body doubles for reasons. You can guess why. So was that one of them? I don't know. I don't know. I saw that it looks like latex. It does. It definitely looks like latex to me. Um, that is why I sent it to you. It was questionable. Did you send that to me, Abby? Maybe somebody did send that to me. Well, if you did, thank you, Abby. I appreciate it. And if Abby sent that to me, I'll go through my social media. I'll find it. I'll send it to you, Amber May. I'll send it to you. It did wake us up. Of our. That's all of our audience. It's on the FDA site. The impotent leadership in this country will trigger an NDE. Man, I don't know. I think a lot of people, like I said, in this area where I'm at, they're like checked out. They're just out there living life. I really don't think there's much that's going to really stop what's going on here unless there's a financial collapse, a uh, nuclear event. I mean, it's going to have to be something EMP. It's going to have to be something so massive to really rattle these people around here. And the people that are here are dug in. They are prepped up. I mean, they've got garages full of food and water and stuff. These people are prepped up. So I don't know. I don't know if anything can really shake these people unless it's something super catastrophic. And if it's like this in this area, what's it like in the rest of the country? Right? I'm way behind on chat. I'm going to try to fast forward here and get caught up with you guys so we can stay relevant in the conversation. Hey, Kathy H, good to see you. Carlene, good to see you as well. God only needs one day to fix it all. I have faith. That's true, Gerald. If God is for us, who can be against us, right? I think God, I didn't get the old jabberdoodle. All glory, honor, praise, and thanks to God, our Father in heaven. Amen, Carolyn. Me too. I am jab free. Heck, I still see sheep walking around. I do too. I see people driving down the road putting one of those dirty diapers on their face and they're the only one in the car. I see there's not as many as there used to be. And it's their choice, right? If that's what they choose to do, hey, as long as they're not trying to force me to do any of that nonsense, I could care less. But yeah, I still see a sheep or two every now and again, and I just want to go bah. Um, True Patriot, good evening. How are you doing this evening? Good to see you. Good to see all you guys. Kodak is making med beds. Yeah, well, I don't know. That would be great. Like I said, those commercials are ridiculous. They shouldn't be allowed to do that. I totally agree, Georgia. I totally agree. Those commercials should be completely taken down. And I'm referring to the commercials that I listen to on Pandora when I'm at the gym that say go out and get the old thing in the shoulder. Oh, there's all kinds of free this and free that, Patriot Girl. All kinds of free. I think Albertson's still running a thing where if you bring in your verification that you've been, you know, one of those, you get like 10% off your grocery bill. There's still incentives out there for this crap. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I feel sorry for the kids. They have no say so. I agree with that, Georgia. I do. I still see face diapers around many older people, and I guess they are afraid. And the older people, if they have compromised immune systems, um, yeah, who are we to say you shouldn't wear a mask, right? You should go read my Facebook post if you want a laugh. It involves a cat and my Roddy. I'll have to check that out, Phyllis B. Happening now in Lower Manhattan. All right, thanks, Michelle. Prayers go out to those people in that parking garage. That's well, it's not the camera; it's the internet. If the camera is fuzzy right now, folks, it's crystal clear on my end. It's the internet. The internet, the bandwidth is so horrible right now. It's probably making my picture fuzzy, and I'm sorry for that, guys. I really am. I really am. That's why I want to hurry up and get back to work. I want to upgrade my internet. I've already burned through my 150, what is it, gigabytes for the whole month, and I'm barely halfway through the month. The internet here is worse than when I was in my small town. I'm telling you that right now. The internet is worse than when I was in my small town, and I can't get anything else right now. No, you're good. I appreciate you sending me a text. But it's the bandwidth. I really want Starlink so bad right now, and I know a few people that have Starlink and they like it. So I want to get to work so I can get that taken care of. The insanity is real on the hard propaganda. Yeah, you're right about that. The awakening will be monumental. Well, I know there's a lot of us awake, and I know a lot of people are still trying to red pill people, trying to wake them up. Um, where is Bill Clinton? Have not seen or heard from Slick Willie in a long time. That's a great question. I was just having a conversation the other day. One of my friends asking the same question: where are all these people? Of course, they believe they've been rounded up, and I know a lot of you probably believe the same thing. For me, I I can't put any stock in that. I don't know. My answer is I have no clue where they are. Yeah, there's a lot of people in Idaho that are prepared, especially in this place. I'm telling you, these people don't mess around. They don't. Harvest Mary Moon says, same here, Liberty. My area prepped to the rafters. There are a lot of people that are prepared. Ammunition, food, water, seeds for gardens, fuel, gold, silver. I keep telling people buy diapers and cigarettes because if anything happened, that would be a hot commodity. A hot commodity. For those of you who say I can't afford to buy silver, I totally understand. And if you're a smoker, if you smoke cigarettes, then buy some extra cigarettes because if things go south really bad, I promise you, you will have silver because there will be people that will give you silver coins for a pack of smokes. I promise you that. That's a guarantee. You can take that to the bank. Well, I saw that, Kathy. I need to call because I'm glad that you got in contact with him. I've had a hard time, so we'll have to talk later. Good old moonshine and smokes. um, that is definitely commodities, man. I'm telling you, it's more than just gold and silver. It can be anything. Anything that people want will be currency. If you have something that other people want, it'll become currency. Moonshine, smokes, diapers for kids, baby formula, dog food, cat food, Um, I don't know. Just depends on what people need, right? It makes you wonder, as long as it's been, if they just don't care. It's not important to them. I'm telling you, man, this town is thriving. This town is so busy. So we have a Texas Roadhouse here, probably my favorite restaurant to eat at. You would think, as times are tough, that Texas Roadhouse would be 80% to 90% full on like Friday and Saturday night, right? I'm telling you right now, any day of the week, starting at about 5 p.m., Texas Roadhouse is packed. And Friday and Saturday, it's a 2 hour wait. It's a 2 hour wait to get into Texas Roadhouse on a Friday and Saturday night, anything after 5 p.m. I'm telling you, every gas station is busy. There's help wanted signs everywhere. Um, this town is thriving. These people, that's the great thing about being prepped. If you've got food, you got water, you got ammunition, you got seeds for your garden, you got a little bit of gold, you got a little bit of silver, you got cigarettes, you got your favorite beer. When you're prepped, that gives you that security blanket, that safety net, that you can go out and live life, and you're prepared for anything. That's what being prepared to me means. Is you can go on about life and not have to stress about things, because if something happens, hey, you're good to go. Hey, Jason, it's good to see you there from Idaho. Lewiston, Idaho in the house. It's good to see you there. Yeah, Lori Comfrey says, I can't wait for med beds. I'm in pain. Um, if that's something that really happens, I know Lori's wrist could use some help, right? I saw a couple with the old diaper on their face today when it was at the store picking up my scripts. Yeah, there's still a few people out there. Idaho is a red state, so citizens think they are safe from the nonsense. Well, um, Idaho is a red state, but it can be purple at times, and there are some blue cities like all the other states here in America. There's some very liberal people that live here too. And I can tell you that it's always concerning to me to start seeing change happen, even here in Idaho, from conservative thinking to not really libertarian, because libertarians are not horrible people either. I think we all have something to bring to the table, whether you're liberal, conservative, whether you're right, left, red, blue, black, white. I think collectively we can all bring something to the table to make our lives maybe a little bit better. And sometimes maybe it doesn't take anything to make our lives better, but to maybe take away some of the restrictions and some of the laws and all this other stuff. It's not always about creating more legislation to make our lives better. Sometimes, like what Trump did, is going in and gutting legislation, gutting restrictions to make our lives easier, to make our lives better. Um, it's just concerning to me when people move here and they want to change it to the place that they left, and they couldn't stand the place that they left, but yet they get here and they want to change it to that place. That's where I draw the line. I think Jason I think Jason can also agree with that, especially being up there in Lewiston. I'm sure he sees certain changes happening in his area too that he doesn't like. Man, my freaking phone is blowing up. Let's see. I'm way behind again. I got to get back down to the bottom of chat. Mike, I have the worst immune system ever, and I have never worn one of those things over my face. I don't think they're helpful at all. I just don't. I really don't think that they help. And we're talking about the face coverings. I mean, I've proven it. We've shown you studies where that stuff's all BS. I'm just now getting to where you guys are saying that I look clear. So that's how far behind I am on chat. I got to fast forward here and get to Slick Willie and daughter were just in Philly 2 days before the school shooting. I have 4 compatibilities and still ain't doing it. So yeah, some of you guys have problems with your immune systems and you're still not going to put one of those things over your face. I get you. I wouldn't either. I wouldn't either. Bullets, yeah. And smokes keep you protected from the. Hold on a second. I got to get to the bottom here. Salt saved the Romans from starving to death. They used it for currency. There you have it. There you have it. I'm trying to fast forward, guys. Lake Mead. Big story I watched today was about Lake Mead. So I got to get caught up in this conversation because I believe, if I'm correct, isn't Lake Mead outside of Vegas? Isn't that a lake that's drying up? That's my question. Parts of Idaho are patriots. Absolutely. I guess water levels are up a bit. Hopefully rain continues like this season for a couple of years. Oh, okay. So Lake Mead is that lake outside of Vegas, I believe, that was drying up. And What's Next says that the levels are up. And that is good news. That is good news. And like I said, that thing was kind of drying up and it was concerning a lot of people. Hello from Niagara Falls, Ontario. Linda, welcome from Facebook. Good to see you this evening. Well, we don't have gold, but we have a little bit of silver. We're prepped, used it up, laugh out, prepped again. Yeah, that's the great thing about prepping is you can cycle through that stuff. Once you've got a good stockpile, as things, come to their expiration date, you can buy new stuff, cycle through it. But like I've said, if worse came to worse and I had something that was expired on the shelf and there was no food, I'd eat it. I wouldn't throw it away. I made that mistake. And I can tell you I've ate stuff that's been expired and I survived. I didn't have to go get my stomach pumped or anything. Yes, I know, Granny Five. I was busy. Today. I did get your email, and I am free tomorrow all day. So there's a couple of people that reached out to me, and I'll be in contact with you guys tomorrow. I have the whole day to do it. Hey, Wolfpack, good to see you. I'm still trying to get to the bottom of chat. I can't wait to get back to hiking. Yeah, me too. Jason says, yes, I do. Yeah, referring to change. I got you. That's how far behind I am. Let me just zoom back down here. Yeah, we got a little bit of, my parents got a little bit of snow today. It rained here. We're still getting weather-like conditions, but the good news is at least it's not accumulating and we don't have like 6 or 8 inches out there of snow. It melts pretty quick. Sorry. I got to clear the old throat. Water is back up to the levels. That's good. I'm glad to see some of that stuff happening. I know around here I believe we got enough moisture around here to help us. Our reservoir levels last year and the year before were pretty low. So the moisture that we got this winter, I think, will help with that as well. And that's important. It's important. Federal taxes are due today. Hey, that's important. I have somebody close to me that deals in taxes. Make sure you guys pay your taxes, please, for the love of St. Patrick, St. Nick, St. whoever. Please pay your taxes, do your taxes. It's important that you do that. This stuff that the IRS is abolished, and you don't have to do that. I'm telling you right now, I have somebody who works in that profession, and they are telling me if you don't pay your taxes, you will get in trouble. So until the day they come on national news and you hear IRS is abolished and you don't have taxes anymore, or whatever they decide they're going to do, I'm telling you right now, I'm advising you, do the right thing, pay your taxes, and don't buy into any of this hocus pocus stuff that it's abolished and you don't have to, or you're going to get yourself in some trouble that it's going to be hard to dig yourself out. Now, is that going to change? Whoever believes in Nasara Jasara, are there going to be parts of the tax code, or is the IRS going to be taken away? It's possible. I've heard talk of it. Okay, I've heard talk of it. I've even heard talk from credible sources that makes me think that it's possible, but it is not yet. So pay your taxes. Pay your taxes, at least for one more year. At least for one more year, pay your taxes. This year, pay your taxes. We'll see what happens next year, right? Been there. The 1 year we was hit more than we made. Accountant asked, "Who did I piss off at the IRS?" I said, "Why?" I spoke truth. Was told still had to pay. There you have it. You still have to pay. At least for this year. Does next year change? I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball for that. But I can tell you, if you don't pay, it's not good. It's not good. Exactly. Them suckers aren't gone. See, Patriot gal or Patriot girl. I'm telling you, man. Some of the information that's put out there, it can really put you in a bad spot. I know I plan on paying all mine. I ain't playing that game. The U.S. Bureau of Reclamation continues to make water level projections, but can those projections or predictions be relied upon? That's a great question. Them suckers aren't gone. Yes, pay your taxes. Uh, Cease and desist papers won't ward them off. I know who this is in chat. I know who this is, and it cracks me up. I just got to ask the question. You didn't try doing that. Hopefully, has anybody tried doing that? Sending the IRS cease and desist papers. I'd laugh my butt off. I really would. Only Biden can get away with no taxes and other privileged persons. I agree with that statement, Cynthia. I really do. File extensions. Well, I'll say this. You can choose to file an extension. Anybody who wants to. I've had to do that once in my life. I had to file an extension. But I can tell you this. I'm not going to file extension after extension after extension hoping that the IRS will be abolished and I don't have to pay taxes. That's one thing I won't do. I think just pay it. Been paying it for this long anyway. Just pay it, get over it, and we'll move on. We'll see what next year brings. But if you file an extension and the IRS is still there in 2024, and you file another extension and it's still there in 2025, you're in my opinion, you're digging yourself a pretty big hole. It's just better to pay. Yes, Mama. Yes, ma'am. Ours was BS2, but had to take out a loan to pay them in 2019. I'm just saying. I think the best policy is just pay it. That's what they want, to strip people of their life. You're living proof. All right. Well, yes, pay your taxes. Nasara Jasara will go into effect eventually. It is not a question of if, but when, but until it does, stay on the right side. You will get your money all back at the end anyway. Well, there's a great comment for Carlene. Doesn't mean that I see eye to eye with that, but it's a great point. Just pay your taxes. If you believe in Nasara Jasara, you're going to get that money back anyway, right? That's part of it, at least from my understanding. So why not go ahead and pay your taxes, and you're going to get it back in the back end anyway. But at least you stay on the right side of things, and you don't draw attention to yourself. You don't create more problems for yourself. That's what I would say. Whether you believe in Nasara Jasara, pay it. I don't believe in taxes. I don't believe in taxes, and I hate taxes. I think we're overtaxed. I really do think we're overtaxed, but who am I? Yes, I'm absolutely living proof it does not work. Do not go past go. No, Mike, but I did yell at the lady at the IRS, and I wish they would all quit eating until they got the money. My parents did their taxes, paid them, but still got a letter saying they owed more. Yeah, that's horrible. That's horrible. Carlene, I love you, but don't hold your breath. I can tell you, I won't hold my breath. There's no way. I give you a prime example. I know this will piss people off too, but I don't care. Mike Penny did a show almost a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago. Said Nasara Jasara was enacted, and they were celebrating in Brazil or somewhere. I can't remember what country it was in South America, but they were celebrating Nasara Jasara just been enacted. Um, I've had other people tell me Nasara Jasara just got enacted today. Charlie Ward's put it out there. Nasara Jasara just started. I'm telling you, it hasn't. There's no freaking way. And I'm not holding my breath for that stuff at all. It's just kind of like Hillary Clinton has been executed 24 times, so we don't know which Hillary we're getting at this point. It's the same thing I've heard about Nasara Jasara. It's been enacted at least 24 times that I can count. And I mean, I've gotten text messages from people, I've gotten phone calls from people, I've gotten emails from people that says it's really happening. It just happened. No, not for me. Maybe you guys are seeing it happen, but I'm not. Instead of focusing on taxes saved, figure out a way to make money on the DI if you can. Here's an important. This is an important comment. I want you guys to pay attention to what Phyllis B is saying, because if you buy too deep into this whole Nasara Jasara and don't pay your taxes stuff, this is what can happen. It's only a matter of time before you lose everything if taxes aren't paid. If you don't pay your taxes and you don't pay your property taxes because you're believing in some of this stuff, it won't take them long before they foreclose on your house, take your home away. I mean, it can really cause some horrible things to happen to you if you choose not to pay your taxes. I hope I live long enough to see Nasara if it's going to happen. I think Nasara is a pipe dream. Title 26, read it. Um, hey, again, you guys, I'm not here to. I'm not here to preach at anybody, or you guys have all your own opinions. You guys form your opinions from whatever information you get. That's what I did. For 2 years, I formed my own opinion on the information I was gathering, the information I was getting. You guys are doing the same thing. I'm just telling you the information that I don't get anymore, and the things that I see in reality that I'm living in here in this town. I'm not seeing it happening. Personally, I'm not seeing it. So I'm going to keep living my life. I'm going to go back to work. I'm going to pay my taxes. I'm going to keep fighting the fight. I remember that Mike Penny show. Exactly. That was a big show. I mean, everybody was going crazy because they thought it was true. Get a fast boat and make buddies with the Cuban dudes. 1 out of 4 boats make it. That's some fast money. That's some fast money. Probably a better bet than Nassar Desar, really. State is just as bad. We owed nothing last year, got our refund. Then after they gave us a refund, they took a turnaround and immediately stated that we owed them $900. Ridiculous. See, that's the thing is the taxes are still there, folks. They haven't gone anywhere yet. They haven't gone anywhere yet. Just pay your taxes. I do not watch Mike Penny anymore. I had a bad feeling about him. I could be wrong, but I think he's over there on PPN. I don't watch any of those guys anymore. Yes, the IRS is ruthless. We are being appeased. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Take your spinach and be Iron Man. Yeah, I'm sorry that some of this stuff just isn't really panning out like a lot of us thought. And hey, I'm guilty of thinking that a lot of this stuff was possible and it could happen, and it's really not panning out that way. That's why I'm trying to really pay attention to what's going on, what they don't want us to see, and what's going on for 2024. Because 2024, I know they say this every cycle. Every cycle they say this. This is going to be historical. This is the one cycle that means more in any other cycle in U.S. history. They say that every freaking 4 years. I'm telling you, this one is a big one, though. It is a big one. To get Trump back in office, or at least somebody better than Joe Biden, it's going to take all our efforts. And I know some of you guys are going to say, well, what does it matter if they cheat? I trust in God. I really do. I trust that He will, He'll be with us. The IRS guys don't have level 4 plates. Got to go return in couples calls. Have a blessed evening. All right. See you later, Kathy H. Well, I think since some of those people are bowing out, maybe that's a wrap for tonight. Here's something from the Pentagon real quick. Offshore wind farms may threaten military readiness and national security. Just thought you guys should know about that. All those wonderful windmill farms out there in the middle of the ocean might actually restrict our military. You can't make this stuff up. You really can't. I applied for a local prosecutor's office. Wish me luck. Absolutely, Chrissy. Haven't seen you in devotions in a minute. So you applied for that job. I wish you the best of luck. If that's what you want, we'll pray about it. You pray about it. If that helps you and your family, that would be great. I think it'd be a good job for you. Yeah, the chat's been fun. I appreciate all your guys' comments. I really do. It is fun. It is fun to get on here and just talk about this stuff. I mean, like I said, everybody takes information. Everybody processes information different than the rest of us. And then those people form their opinions accordingly. And that's okay. You guys have a right to believe in whatever you want to believe. I'm not here to tell you not to believe in something. I'm just here to tell you better pay your taxes. You better pay your taxes. That's important. Probably the most important thing we've said all night, right? Absolutely, Chrissy. All right, folks. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta head to the gym. I got a lot of stuff to do. I gotta get Noah fed and in bed. I hope you guys have a great evening, and we'll see what this week brings. For me, hopefully work, hopefully a job, for you guys. I hope it brings you guys happiness. I hope it brings you guys peace, peace and happiness. It's important that we all get to experience that. Keep your faith in God. Keep believing in Him. That's really all that I can believe in, and at this point is God, because I can't believe in man, and I can't believe in the plan, and I can't believe in Nasara Jasara, and I can't believe in any of the other stuff. So I'm going to keep my faith in Him, believe in Him, and keep this thing moving forward each and every day. So love you all. God bless. We'll catch you on the next one.
Hoping for a sincere performance, but open to finding the moment, to finding out where I'm headed now. Looking for a sign of disaster, so I can make it there faster. I'm weighing the consequences out. I can see in all directions. It's all open to interpretation, but I see colors that are breaking from the other side, the other side. When I make mountains out of summer trails, when I buckle under all the details, I'll keep going till I make it to the other side, the other side. Can you tell me the secret of how you can take it or leave it? How you can blend in with the crowd? I'm so scared, so damn afraid to look. I'm so sick of talking. I'm wearing the words out, words out. I can see in all directions. It's all open to interpretation, but I see colors that are breaking from the other side, the other side. When I make mountains out of summer trails, when I buckle under all the details, I'll keep going till I make it to the other side, the other side. When it feels like everyone's out to get me, I see the river on the bank.